Welcome to the ElderAbyss show. For talking videos, it's the place to go. Game tips, rants, tactics, and more.
Team deathmatch.
What you'll find here, you can never be
Stay
sure.
focused, stay alive.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Go ahead and, on this episode and kick off our coverage and handle our introduction of Black Ops to the roster of the show. But before we get into that overview of our initial impressions and all that good stuff with this game, I want to take a few minutes here, and first off I just want to say thanks to everyone who's came by over the last week or so, a little better, and took the time to watch the show, enjoyed the episodes, and subscribed and commented. It's been great. We've had a good time. It's been a lot of positive things, and I appreciate every one of you. For the people that are out there and enjoying the content and the show that I'm putting together and trying to do here, the more people that are enjoying that,
Ready for delivery.
the more fun I have with it, and the more motivated I am to try to put together even better stuff. So, I mean, you guys are my fuel, and I appreciate it.
Enemy RCXD spotted.
I want to take a moment for swordsmen. Swords, man. Wow. I want to say thank you, but I don't feel that thank you completely encompasses the amount of gratitude that I have for the gesture you've shown me. If there's anything I can ever do to help you out in any way, man, behind the scenes, whatever, production, I don't care, man. If you need some help with something, you give me a holler, brother. All right, so now we're going to get into our initial thoughts and impressions of Black Ops. Now, I know there's a lot of hardcore Battlefield guys in here. I know, it's okay. Don't be ashamed. I'm a Battlefield guy too, but I do enjoy some COD, and I have to say that from a gamer that enjoys more of a Battlefield type setup, this Call of Duty feels pretty good. It feels a lot better than any of the other ones I've ever touched. And I really like it. Let's just put it that way. It's a good time. It's got some issues, and we'll hit on those in a second. But let's go back up before I get carried away here. High level overview. Campaign. It's pretty good. I mean, you know, shooter campaigns aren't the most engaging things that you'll ever come across, and they certainly most of the time leave a lot to be desired in the storylines. But this one, you know, in perspective with every other campaign in its category, it's pretty good. Your first time through, if you actually want things to make sense about where you're going and who you are, and watch the cutscenes. They're not that long. They tie it together. If you skip through those cutscenes, you're going to be lost as hell, man. You're going to be jumping from place to place, person to person, and in different times, and it bounces around a lot, but it is coherent if you soak it all in. It's got a few places in the campaign, though, that are trial and error, in that it's not real clear what it wants you to do. I found a few places like that. The worst one, I don't want to linger on campaign too long. The worst one, if you get to a spot and you can't figure out what to do, kill the guy in the light. That's all I want to tell you. Maybe that'll help you out. Maybe it won't. So, now beyond campaign, there's a lot more to this game too. I mean, you've got, you know, the big elephant in the room is multiplayer, and we'll get to that in a moment. But zombies is it's pretty good. It's definitely entertaining. So we've got zombies. You've got these little hidden games that have turned into real gems. With the Dead Ops arcade is an absolute blast I've actually got some funny ass video of that I want to put up sometime or another. So to get Dead Ops Arcade, it's a good time. If you buy the hardened edition where you get the extra 4 zombie maps, one of the zombie maps is actually co-op Dead Ops Arcade. So you can get your buddies in there and just cut it up, man. It's pretty good. So the supporting parts of the game, as far as the campaign and extra things, are great. They're there. There's actually viable content. Multiplayer is, like I said, it's the elephant in the room, and that's what everybody worries about. And multiplayer's got a lot of new modes. Even if you don't want to play online all the time, or if you want to just practice offline, there's modes for that now, where you've got bots and you're playing in regular maps and matches. You've also got, outside of standard multiplayer competitive gameplay, we've got wager matches, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can go earn some money in the public matches on regular multiplayer, get with some buddies and just, basically play penny poker all night kind of deal. So that's a pretty neat idea. I like that. So now on to the multiplayer in general. It's pretty balanced as of yet. I haven't seen any guns that dominate the battlefield. I got a feeling there's going to be a couple as everybody kind of works their way through these weapons, but I'm not too worried about them at this point. I don't want to say it's overpowered, because it's not really overpowered. It's just a bad mechanic, I guess, is the melee system. The melee works superb. It works too good. Here's the problem. The melee works too good. It's got a little bit of range on it, but it's not like commando crazy or nothing. There's some aim assist going on with it, so it's kind of happens if you're close enough. Nothing you can do about it. And the other big issue with it is it's the default placement of it is on the right stick click, which is a kind of reactional button, in that, like, when you surprise somebody, they kind of clench and squeeze the controller, and they'll click that. And so if you I don't know if it's done on purpose or what, but it's just a combination of all those things. It's just like, son of a bitch, right? Because you've got a knife that don't miss. It has a pretty good range on it, and it's on a button that is a kind of a knee-jerk reaction button. So it's just, and so, but it ain't too bad. The knife's a little sketchy. My biggest and largest complaint with the multiplayer right now is the lobbies. They're really, really hard to get into games with your buddies, and it takes a fair amount of time. Actually, it takes a lot of time. It's not so hard to get into them anymore, but it's hard to get into them with your full party. Oh, don't get me started on that, I reckon. But anyway, multiplayer's good. It's balanced. The maps are great. Well, they're not great, but the maps are really good. The maps play well. They look good. The kill streaks seem okay. I don't have any big beefs with that. And the great thing about the kill streaks is they don't add up. As far as kill streaks don't add towards other kill streaks anymore. And that just makes everything feel better. So, all in all, I'm having a good time with the game. I got no major complaints. Like I said, the biggest complaint I got is the matchmaking, by far. But we'll just have to go from there. Hopefully that'll get improved. I noticed they've been tweaking with the servers a little bit here and there, so hopefully that'll get improved quickly, and we'll go from there. So guys, that's my initial take on Black Ops. It's kind of it's a really high level kind of take on Black Ops. So I hope I was able to maybe help some of you guys out that, by some chance you didn't have the game already. So again, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone, and thanks Swords. So that's where we're at. We'll get some gameplay and a little bit of multiplayer stuff in here from Black Ops, you guys. And there's also some Battlefield stuff I want to touch on, so there'll be some Battlefield games coming real soon with this, because there's some really hot topics I want to touch on in that arena.
'Cause in the
So
end,
stay tuned, and thanks, guys.
already been told. We're all just gamers growing old.